Hello, Dr. Shiro. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So, phonics. It's so funny to all us looking at phonics this semester. I can recall my father as a young man talking to me about phonics. I struggled somewhat. He tried to get me into Sylvan Learning Center. I'm not sure if it was a national chain. I know it was in our hometown, but I never did. Anyways, he talked a lot about it, and I don't know that I have touched on it since. That's probably been 30 years. So, anyways, phonics is the teaching of the relationship between letters and the sounds of those letters. We as educators would call the letter symbols, graphemes, and the sound that they make the phoneme. Along with fluency, vocabulary, comprehension, and phonemic awareness, it is one of the essentials, one of the 5 essentials for a kiddo to become an effective reader as they move forward through academia. In our text that we had this semester, Burswick and Demmer state that 30% of all students will learn to read only if they are given intensive support. This 30% requires explicit, systematic phonics instruction. Something that I found at Reading Rockets that they state about phonics is phonics instruction is a way of teaching reading that stresses the acquisition of letter sound correspondences and their use in reading and spelling. So significant also in the spelling piece, the studying of phonics or receiving phonics instruction as you move through. Another piece that I found through Reading Rockets and was curious about this was that it leads towards the alphabetic principle, and phonics instruction and development leads towards the alphabetic principle. And what that is that children's reading development is dependent, again, according to Reading Rockets, the children's reading development is dependent on their understanding of the alphabetic principle, the idea that letters and letter patterns represent the sounds of spoken language. Learning that there are predictable relationships between sounds and letters allows children to apply these relationships to both familiar and unfamiliar words and begin to read with fluency. And obviously with greater fluency comes greater comprehension, and with all these things comes greater happiness. So it's been really interesting. I'm kind of curious as to why this hasn't come up for me before now, but it is truly kind of an eye-opening, and I know as I move forward in my instruction, even as I begin ESY here in a couple of days, I'll be working with 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders that have SLD and reading comprehension, written language, and a number of things, and we will definitely be looking into phonics and using a lot of the instruction and things that we've learned this semester in that class. So, thank you so much.